I got it all set up to airbrush. So as you can see, we have a camera here, filming here, so you guys can see that. And then you got a camera on me, so I can talk to you. First off, we drew on the turtle, I think it is, a tortoise. We drew him on with, I drew it on a piece of paper first, then I put down transfer paper, and then I traced it so that got the design on here. That way I can work the size that I want to work, and then we can manipulate it and then put it on here. It's one of the faster ways to do it, I found. We could project it, but this is a dark material and projectors don't really work good with dark material. Or you could just freehand draw it directly on here, but that takes a lot of time. If you want to sketch and change stuff, now you're trying to do it on what you want to do it on. So if you ever notice, like tattoo artists, they'll draw it all out first, then they'll transfer it onto your arm or whatever part they're tattooing. So I got white mixed up in my airbrush, and tonight I'm using the Sotar, which is made by a Badger company. And I need glasses, because, yeah, okay. And I do have the picture blown up on the computer in the background, so that way I could look over there and kind of see what we're doing. Now with an easel and trying to get close and all that. Now one thing, the Sotars don't have a cap on them, and that's one of the things I don't like about them. But that's about all I don't like about them. All right, we're going to start with his face. So now this is just to block it in. We'll be going back over it a couple times. The head they have for this, it kind of reminds me of a pit bull for some reason. I'm pulling back on the needle and I'm not getting paint. So that means it's either too thick or my pressure's too low. I'll reduce it just a little more. Then if that doesn't work, then I'll turn up the pressure. One of your games you play with airbrushing is getting the paint viscosity correct. It's a little better. So I can get to where. Now this character all goes blue. So this is just kind of the base. So if we get something we don't like the look of, we could always change it. We're not stuck with anything. We really have to watch our overspray because there's no way to clean it off, although we are doing bubbles and everything else around this character. So we can go in there and correct some of it. Okay, that's looking pretty decent for his face. Okay, now we can start on the rest of them. Like I said, we're going to go back over this with a darker blue, so we'll be able to kick that blue, get that to kick down a little bit. Okay, we're just plugging along. Not much to talk about on this. Just sketching in what I see. When I do straight lines, when I go straight down doing straight lines, I'll try to move my whole entire shoulder and kind of upper body more than moving just my wrist. That way you get a much cleaner, straighter line. Well, this all goes green. I guess that's part of the blaster housing, I guess you'd call it. So you can see there I fixed an angle. I didn't like the angle it was. So I just went in there and kind of filled it all in. Now we'll chisel it all back out when we do our other colors. So what I'm kind of doing is as I go along, I'm sketching it. I'm drawing, continuing my drawing and making sure that it's the way I like it. Circles for me have always been hard. As you can tell. But what's good is this is cartoon, so it could be a little bit off. Never been good at circles, and that's all this character is circles. Had to look over at the camera to make sure I wasn't blocking it. This line comes from this cheek line down. Alright, that's pretty much all sketched in. A little bit of haze in there, so we'll do that. So what I'm going to do now is put blue in an airbrush, or green. Let's do the green first. He has his turtle, this pack, and all that's all green. He has a little bit of green shadows, highlights, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, I mixed up a yellow, bright yellow inside the airbrush. We're going to do an undertone of that. So basically whatever goes the green. I'm going to spray this down. Now you see me tilt the airbrush, and what I'm trying to do is make the overspray go a certain direction. So that way I don't have to worry about getting it on the blue background. Yeah, I think that's it for the green. Okay, so we do have a line right in there. Forget about that. As you can see, I'm still sketching. And then he has just a little bit of green in these areas. And it has like a green hue to it. I think it's almost like he's underwater. So I think everything's kind of getting that green cast on it. And he has green up in here. Feel a little bit of highlights will kind of take to the green tone to it. All right, now we can start with the teal. I think the teal might be too blue, but we'll see what it looks like. Do a couple of drops of that. Some reducer. Yeah, it's too blue. So we'll grab some yellow, throw some yellow in there. Let's do a real dark area. Just so we could test the color tone. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll let that yellow undertone kind of kick out a little bit. Now I'm just kind of hitting the areas that have kind of a tealish green highlight. The real light green over everything. Okay, now we're going to go to a bluer color. I was going to get some of the shadows started. It's just I just added a deep green to it. Okay, let's go darker. I'm going to try not to use black on this for shadowing. I mean, if I have to, but I'd like to keep it all within the blue tones. And this green is really a deep green, so I should be able to get dark enough for our shadow colors with it. Okay, now there's just kind of a texture built up. All right, let's go a little bit darker. I want to go pure, just this dark green. So I'm going to spray out what I have in there. It's not much. And go pure dark green. We'll see if this is dark enough. It's darker. All right, let's go ahead and hit it with some blue. Well, I need to green up those highlights. Oh, blue will do that. All right, let's go ahead, clean this out, throw some blue in it. The blue we have is a real dark blue, almost like cobalt blue. Like art color-wise, it's probably ultramarine. Now, I want to see what that does over that. Yeah, that darkens it up the way a black would, right? Since I started working on this, might as well work on it. And I'm going to do this dark blue on everything, then I'll come back in with a lighter blue and start bringing the highlights back out. But this will get it to where I can draw in all the dark colors, get all the shapes going. We'll be able to use this ultramarine blue as a shadow for the green, so that's going to work out good. Let's see what this does. Okay, so okay. Now let's come in with some more shadow. Well, this is pretty shadowed already, but we'll just darken up some of the darkest areas. All right, I'm going to add some white into this blue. I'm going to put more blue in and then add some white. Let's add some blue in. I don't like having his cards around here, although they're protected. A couple drops of dark blue and a couple drops of... We have a transparent white. Let's give that a shot. I also have to do bubbles and a whole bunch of other stuff that go with this artwork. But I kind of want to get the character done first. Let's see how this goes in for highlights. I really don't want to highlight his head first. Yeah, it looks about the same color. We'll add some solid white in. Okay. A medium blue. Put some areas with it, and then we'll go back in with a little bit lighter blue. So on this card, it's white color. Okay, so I think it's because he's underwater. This is supposed to be like almost a whitish color. Okay, now time to do his face again. More of a dip here. All right, I'm going to add some white into it and go brighter. Barely used any of that. It's just basically this color and a little bit of white. little bit of blue highlighting on this. All right, now let's lighten this up. All right, that'll work out good. So what I want to check is what the white would look like next to that. Still have white in the Sotar. That adds a nice highlight, huh? That'll work. Okay, back to the blue. Toenails. Okay, I want to say that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this upper gun. Oh, we know we're taking some time when my batteries are dying on my cameras as I go. Okay. We're almost done with this. Alright, let's see. This side of his head's getting a decent highlight. Does the ear get it? Can't see. Okay, let's see how these water bottle bubble things are done. I guess this is my circle practice I get to do. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up these bubbles. I'm going to take this blue, whitish, looks like white on this, but just kind of bring this in. So that way the overspray kind of looks like it belongs there. See what I'm saying? See how that's working? This is where you could ghost in some stuff and people would never notice. All right. Now we switch over to the white. Got dried paint on the needle and everything. I'm not using it. I'm gonna mix up some more white because I want this to be smooth. smaller bubbles, it's just basically just a highlight. But on the bigger ones, we could do the highlight, and we could do a little bit of like there's something inside of it. Some highlight on these nails. Okay, we're going to mainly do the outer ones. We don't want it to look like they're all competing for the light. Some of these that are kind of buried in here wouldn't get as much light. At least you wouldn't see it as much. Well, these top ones would all have good highlighting. I don't want to call that good on the bubbles. Bubbles look good. Bubbles. Bubbles. Okay. Now we got to get back to the guy. So we'll start at the top and work our way down. I'm just looking at the really bright spots and just kind of hitting those. Assuming he's underwater, so it's basically just the light coming down at him. I don't like the look of that eye. Guess what I see is that. I think that's a white of his eye. So we'll go back in and we'll visit that. We'll continue with the rest of this. This has those diamond shaped, like I said, it's kind of like peaks. So doing thin lines kind of fights you. All right, let's go ahead and fix that eyeball. I don't know what it needs. But I think we're gonna need some darker blue. want to keep that light blue too, so we'll start up another airbrush. This one has a little bit of yellow in it. I think I'll try to do. I want this to be a little more olive green. A lot gooder. Okay, so now since we're touching up this color, what I'm going to do is use this color elsewhere. So just in case it doesn't look the same, it kind of blends that color like it's supposed to be in there. Then we'll come back in and we'll highlight again. But that way, when you push a color into it that wasn't in the same stage, you kind of have to work at it again. Okay, so what do we have here? A little bit of that. And just a little line that goes from here to there. That's a little better. It's not looking so big. Bring in a little shadow here and kind of push that up a little. Okay, we also need an eyeball. So what it is this one goes up and they have this one going down. Just gonna bring a little bit of a arc in that one. Okay. It kind of feels we're backwards on this. Let's just do a blade. And then I could come in and define it. All right, that's better. I'll leave it at that. I like that. What do you guys think? All right, that's one done. tomorrow we got to do another one. So this is the cover of it. So this is the main part you're going to be looking at, and then we're going to paint the backside. So I have to figure out something to protect this with. I'm going to do probably spray can clear, just a light coat so it protects it a little bit. As far as wear and tear on this type of material, I don't know what we can do. If you guys have ever done anything like this to where it's like a vinyl, it could be vinyl. Something vinyl based. I'd love to hear from it in the comments. Let me know ways to protect it and what you've done, and if you got pictures, post them up. I'll talk to you guys soon. Now I got to clean out all the airbrushes. Why'd I have to use so many? All right, let's get it done. All right, so I sent a picture to my friend, and he said the shell's not green, it's brown. So the picture that I have shows it being really green. So I mixed up some brown. We're gonna make it brown. I'm just going to kind of bounce some brown into it. It'll make it look brown pretty quickly. With like a greenish tinge to it, which is fine. And this chest plate will make a little browner, because if it's not, for some reason my monitor must have made it green or something. I mean, don't know. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to come in with a lighter brown. Browns are kind of fun to make. It's hard to get the right color, but basically you add all your primary colors together. So now to get a lighter version of the brown, we'll just add yellow to it. But first we got to get rid of a lot of it because that yellow is very weak. And what it can do is shift to like it's doing. It's shifting slightly green. So we have to think, okay, what's the opposite of green? So that would be red. And that'll get that shift back. Okay. Lid on this thing. And that looks pretty good. For a dark brown, spray that yellow out, and we'll add just a little bit of violet in there. some reason this needle likes to stick. I may have a little tiny piece of paint in there or something. All right, now he's got a brown shell. All right. I'll take a picture of this, send it to him, see what he thinks. Think we should do any highlights on it? Maybe a couple. Okay, we'll send a picture to him like this and see what he thinks. See if we save the day. All right, I make myself laugh. I'm going to flip it over and start drawing on the other one. He did ask for a different character now, so we're going to have to figure that one out. Not a big deal. Let's get it done. Still got to clean out the airbrushes.